Good morning, children. Today we are going to study the electromagnetic induction. In the last video we have also studied electromagnetic induction. And we have studied also the Frost law. Of Faraday's first law of Faraday. Faraday's first law. Alright, what was the first law? We had seen in the previous class an experiment we had done. Change of magnetic flux linked to a coil induces EMF across the ends of coil. Alright. Change of magnetic flux linked to a coil. We had seen in the last class there was a coil. The coil had been connected with the galvanometer, and here it was the magnet. In the first case there was not a magnetic lines of forces was crossing to the coil, but when it was moved towards the coil, we observed that there has been change in the magnetic line of force. Here it was at rest, it was moved towards the coil, and we observe that when it is moved towards the coil, there was a deflection. Deflection means what? The current is flowing, and the current is flowing. This is EMF. Without EMF, electricity cannot be obtained. अरे भाई बहुत अच्छा सर्किट है, and if you don't connect the cell, this is a bulb. And here it is cell. If you don't cell, the bulb will not glow. The circuit is incomplete, it will not glow. If you connect the cell, then the bulb glows. That means what? This EMF gives the energy to the electron to move the electron. So, movement of electron, you know that drift of electron causes the electricity. So, this change of magnetic flux linked to a coil induces this cell as EMF. If you buy a cell from the market, you see there is a 1.5 volt. So that is the EMF, not potential difference. That is the EMF of a cell. So that EMF. Today we are going to see the Faraday's second law. Faraday's second law. In the class 10th, the experiment has been taught, has been done. Both in the first video I had done a practical, that is also in the syllabus, and that we are going to do, that is also in the syllabus. Alright, see here, there is a coil, and this coil has been connected to the cell. This is figure 1. This is figure 1. And this is figure 2. There is a galvanoid. All right. See here, there is a two coil. In the first figure, we are seeing that the coil has been connected to the cell. There is the EMF. Alright? And the second coil is connected with a galvanometer. The galvanometer means it will detect the presence of the current in the circuit, in the coil. See here, initially, when the figure is like this, here the circuit is broken off. It is not connected. So in the figure 1, when the switch is off, first figure, here I am going to write here. When the switch is off, current is 0. In the second figure, for figure 2, and it is for figure 1. Alright. So I is also 0. That means in both the situation the current is not flowing. Now see, when the switch is on, the current increases from 0 to I. When the switch is on like this. Second here, current also 0 to I. When the switch is remained on, when the switch is remained on, the current is I. But here the current I is equal to 0. This is the thing. Why does it happen? I will discuss. Alright. The current earlier when the switch is off, there was also the current was 0. But when the switch is made on, current is flowing through this coil. Current is also flowing in the figure 2. But when the switch is remained on, current switch will remain like that. So current is not flowing, current is 0. Now see on the figure, on the situation. When the switch is off, what happens? Here see. But here see, the current is minus. Switch is off, but there is a current I, but it is minus I. See here what happens. Why does it happen? When the switch is on, the current is flowing through it, and when the current is flowing through it, what happens? The magnetic field develops. B is equal to V naught A9. अगर ये सब भूल भी जाओ तो this I produces the current, magnetic field, and when this magnetic field produces, the magnetic field line passes through it like this. And this magnetic line, earlier how much there was a flux? Suppose it was phi 1. Phi 1 initially. However, and when the switch was off, there was nothing, no flux. But when the switch is on, what happens? The magnetic line increases, and that is phi 2. Phi 2. And this is a difference. How much difference? Phi 2 minus phi 1. And this happens in time t, and it is opposite. So, this is the second one. Phi 2 minus, that is change in magnetic flux per unit time, causes the EMF. Look here, once again I am going to explain in Hindi. Here it is the coil, it is also coil. When it was at switch off, there was no current because यहाँ पर कोई मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स नहीं था. अगर रहा भी होगा तो phi1. But when the current is allowed to pass through it, you know that when the current passes through a conductor, a magnetic field develops around it. You can see this by formula B is equal to mu naught n I. अगर ये सब पढ़ा चुके हैं, what is B, what is mu naught, what is n, what is I. So this magnetic field produces and causes E. अच्छा एक चीज, when the switch is off, स्विच को हमने ऑफ किया, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि there whatever suppose तो यहाँ पर 100 magnetic flux, 100 magnetic field lines इसमें से क्रॉस करना when the switch was on. तो switch was on, initially current develop करिए, but when the switch is remained on, तो अभी भी 100 ही पास कर रहा है. 5 मिनट मिल गया, 2 मिनट मिल गया, 3 मिनट गया, तो 100 माइनस 100 तो कुछ तो हुआ नहीं, इसलिए यहाँ पर EMF पैदा नहीं होता है. But when the switch is off, then what happens? It begins to decrease. मान लो कि 100 से 90 हो गया, 90 से 0 हो गया. So there happened change. There is happening changing in the magnetic field lines. And the change in the magnetic field lines, what? Flux. Flux. We have discussed the magnetic. What is flux? The total quantity of magnetic field lines linked to a coil. That is called flux. So there happens change in the magnetic flux line. तो यहाँ पर decrease होना शुरू हो गया. Decrease. इसके लिए हमने क्या शुरू कर दिया? Minus है. But there happens change in the magnetic flux, and the change in the magnetic flux produces the EMF. See. So both the laws have been discussed, and that was the electromagnetic induction. There is in this then the deleted syllabus, the generator is no more a part of the syllabus, but the CBSE has instructed the teachers to teach those topics which have been deleted also. So that should be also discussed. Look here now, Fleming's right hand rule. So I think the point is clear. We have seen the Fleming's left hand rule, the same way the Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand. मेमोराइज फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हैंड रूल. थोड़ा सा याद करो उसमें क्या था. दिस लेफ्ट हैंड, इफ द forefinger, second finger and thumb, it was forefinger, second finger and thumb of left hand are stretched in such a way. I think if you have memorized, you can memorize it. Then if you can memorize the Fleming's left hand rule, it is very easier to learn right hand rule. No problem. So Fleming's left hand rule, if forefinger, second finger and thumb of left hand are stretched in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Mutually perpendicular. See here, this is the mutually. I move my hand, but it is not changing its positions like this. We should not change. Then what happens? These four fingers shows the what? Magnetic field. The second finger shows the current, and this thumb will show the motion. So this left hand rule, the same way. Only way of expression is different. In Fleming's left hand rule, generally we say that this is thumb, motion. Because it is the Fleming's left hand rule, generally we apply the motor, and motor causes the motion. And in the generator, electricity is applied, EMF is produced. We will discuss that how the motor works. No? We will discuss here that really when we will do electricity, there is a magnet and here is a coil. We will discuss here, and these magnetic field lines, and there will be change in the magnetic field lines, and when there will be a change in the magnetic field lines, it will produce the induced EMF. So this we will discuss. So Fleming's right hand rule, if the forefinger, second finger and thumb are stretched in such a way, the same way, are stretched in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. If this forefinger shows the magnetic field, thumb will show the motion, then second finger will show the current. Because generally Fleming's, sometimes it is the question that is asked, the Fleming's left hand rule is applied in the motor or generator. The Fleming's left hand rule is applied in the motor, and this is right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule is applied in the generator. So in the generator we produce the current, and we apply the mechanical energy. In motor there happens what? We apply the electrical energy and the mechanical energy is obtained. In the motor just reverse. The electrical energy, the mechanical energy is supplied and we get the electrical, just reverse. So in the Fleming's right hand rule, once again I am going to repeat, there is no problem. The same way Fleming's left hand rule and the right hand rule, if the forefinger, I am telling you slowly, if the forefinger, second finger and thumb of right hand are stretched in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger shows the magnetic field, thumb will show the motion, then second finger will show the direction of current. Alright? So this is the thing.